everybody, it's me, Nick, aka Devil Dog, and I'm back with another video review. This is a video game flashback review of The Thing. Was this game actually good or not? It was developed by Computer Artworks and published by Konami and released originally all the way back on September 10th of 2002 for the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox. It has since received a remaster that released on December 5th of 2024 from Night Dive Studios. Now, anyone who's actually been around knows about this game, but if you haven't, really, I never got to play it until this time. It's a squad-based third-person shooter, kind of sort of a shooter, and is set as a direct sequel to the original 1982 movie, where you play as Captain Blake and Company, sent to the Antarctic outpost to find out what happened to the original researchers. Basically, much like John Carpenter's The Thing movie, once you get there and you progress the story to try to find out what happened to these original people, all hell breaks loose. It's got some pretty nice callbacks to characters from the first movie. Of course, it doesn't have any of the voice actors or nothing like that. Now, as for actual playability of this, it's not that bad. Your character can run, shoot, strafe, crouch, and interact with your team members and also items around the area. It can also be turned into a first-person mode to help you like zoom in and look at things better, or keypads and stuff like that. But you cannot move when you're in first-person mode. Now, as for your weapons that you get in this game, it's pretty standard fare. You get your pistols, your shotguns, smoke grenades, flares, and of course the main thing is flamethrowers, because that's really how you have to defeat these enemies in it. Now, like I said, this game came out all the way back in 2002, so from the early on PlayStation 2 eras. So those games, I'm sorry, were all clunky by design and nature at the time. And this one actually does show that over the fact that even though this is remastered footage, it doesn't really change that much of what the game is. Other than a higher resolution, better textures, and more frames per second, that's the really only thing they did with the remaster. So just to keep that in your mind there. There's only 3 different kinds of monsters in this game. You got these little things named scuttlers that pretty much look like they're made out of body parts like hands and feet that grow legs and come after you. And they sound like lions when they roar, which is really kind of stupid. Then you have the walkers that are more humanesque sized creatures that will come after you. And the only way to really stop these guys is you have to shoot the crap out of them and then burn them to death with a flamethrower. That's the only way you can stop them. And then you got some bosses. And the bosses always consist of you going into a very small, cramped area space with a big tentacle-type monster that you have to fight. And it's quite boring, really, actually, the way the game plays. Now, as you go through this, you meet up with different NPCs along the way, and you can control, well, I wouldn't really say control up to 4 of them, but basically you'll have 4 at a time, and you can issue them commands by going up to them or pushing your button and going into this really rudimentary selection screen to actually click on people in order to have them do stuff, because naturally in this game there's all kinds of things that you're stuck behind, stuff that's broken, and you have to get it fixed. So you have 3 different types of NPC characters in this. You have the engineers, which basically these are the guys that you use as long as they trust you to fix fuse panels, open doors for you, stuff like that. The medics, kind of obvious right there. They're the ones that will heal you when you get injured and stuff like that. And the soldiers. Those guys are basically the people with the weapons that will start shooting enemies on contact. And I will say the AI of your NPCs really isn't that bad in this. If there's enemies that pop up, they are pretty quick to actually, shoot them and stuff. Now, the other thing that really stands out about this is the 2 main mechanics that make this as a rather unique title. The first is known as the Fear Trust system. And there's 4 different sets for the Fear Trust system: red, amber, green, and 100%. And basically, red means, because as you go through this, certain things will make the characters get scared or not trust you and make them think that you are a thing. And if they're red, that means they will shoot at you immediately. They don't trust you. They think you're a thing, and they want to kill you. Amber means they're scared and they don't want to trust you. So they're not going to fire on you, but they're probably not going to listen if you ask to try to give them orders or anything. Green means they do believe you're okay and they will do what you say. They might have a little bit of leeway, but they still will actually do what you ask. And 100% means they trust you 100%, and you ask them to do anything, and normally they will. Now, the thing also is the NPCs, they do get scared in this. And they have three different types of scared levels with them. You got your normal where they're fine, scared where the little icon, their heads bouncing around stuff and they're nervous and scared, and crack up. Now crack up is interesting because if the level of the character gets to crack up, that means you have a very slim chance and a short window of opportunity to calm them down, to get them to trust you and not be so scared. Because if you don't, they will kill themselves. And you do this by giving them items that make them feel safer and stuff like that. So it's interesting. Now the other main mechanic in this game is known as the infection mechanic. And this one's not that well done, really, even for its time. It's based off a probability system that the NPCs can turn into the thing at certain times. Now, they plan to actually have this as an open world game that was truthfully random, but they found during development they weren't able to do that. So the infection system in this is not that good, honestly, because even though there is certain things that can happen that can lead to these NPCs turning into a thing sooner, there is still scripted events for these characters at a certain time to turn into a monster. And it's like, oh my God, Steve-O's a monster, you gotta kill him now. So the infection system in this, honestly, is bare bones, and it's actually rather disappointing.
Blake, where'd you come from?
I received some partial transmissions from Piers. It sounded like there was a problem.
Shit, you got that right. We got ambushed by these...
Now, for its time, the graphics for its time were classic PlayStation 2 graphics. Nothing to write home about, but they were decent enough to actually play through. It does come off as kind of a budget title due to the overall structure of the game itself. The voice acting is naturally very corny and cheesy. It's up there with chicken sandwich terms of corniness, and like the NPCs are constantly talking like, here comes a monster, I can't trust you, I can't trust you, here comes a monster, it's a monster, I can't trust you. So it's constantly doing that sort of scenario. The mission structure of this game, it's a short game, it's small, and it's padded out by constant backtracking. It's like, okay, go to this place here. Okay, you need a key, so go to this other place to get the key to go back to that place to unlock the door, to go in there to get another item. And so it's a very, very bare bones and constant repetition in terms of go to an area, listen to a tape, look at a video, get a cutscene, monsters attack you, you kill the monsters, you go to the next area, rinse and repeat. The only thing I can say that's interesting with it is some of the designs of the monsters. And the boss battles were very poorly done, but they were still very visually appealing, and they did kind of look like creatures from the movie The Thing. Now, this game actually was pretty damn popular. It actually sold over 1 million copies, so it wasn't a failure in any way. In fact, this sequel was in development as of October 2003, but ended up getting canceled due to computer artworks closing down. So they actually had some pretty grand plans for a sequel, which sounded really, really cool on paper, but the sad thing is it never got to see the chance of light of day. And like I said, the original version wants to be an open world with randomized turns, but they had to go to scripted just due to the overall, they bit off more than they could chew with this game. And it is a functioning title. It does play. It does work. It's a classic 2002 PlayStation 2 title. Graphics aren't that good. Control isn't that good. The very bare bones rudimentary system of controlling the NPCs that are with you is very, 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 very simple. It's not complex. It's not really well done. And this game is only roughly about 4 to 6 hours long, give or take, depending if you know where to go and what to do. I feel if you know what to do, you can run through this in probably a couple hours easy. But honestly, even my one friend, Deadman80, said that he thought that this was shovelware. And honestly, for its time, no, it wasn't. It was an okay game for its time. For today's standards, yes, it does not hold up well against other games nowadays. But you can't really compare it. Once again, this is a retro review of a game from 2002. But in the end, I can say that the Thing game, it was corny, it was cheesy, for its time, it was playable, but it is rather janky. I can't say it's a good game. It's definitely not a bad one. But no, my personal feelings is that the Thing video game, I would love to see a remake of this, a new version, not just this remaster. But honestly, it had the heart and soul. It even had John Carpenter's approval when they made it. For its time, it was a okay game, a decent game. But was it actually good in my personal feelings of playing this? No, I don't think it was a good game because it was an early PlayStation 2 game. Most of the games out then that time really weren't that good. I mean, it's about the same time as Silent Hill 2, I believe. And we all know how well that went over with Silent Hill 2. But yeah, I can honestly sit here and say it is playable. But if you don't mind spending like maybe $20 or less and you really do want to play this, you can go ahead and pick it up. But I personally would say that the Thing and this footage of the Thing remastered, it was an okay game. Not great, not bad, okay, and functioning. But in the end, that's just my personal opinion. Please leave in the comments below if you agree or disagree with me on this retro review. If you felt that there was anything I left out of it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you like my content. Please subscribe. Please leave comments below, lots of comments below, and I'll answer each and every single one of them. And of course, here at Double Dog Gaming, we always end our videos by saying, have fun, play hard, and remember, people, the devil is in the details. Peace out until next time.